Testing, 1, 2, 3. That's good, and I can hear the birdies. This is for me. Hello, and welcome to a belated My View for You, or I should say another of my views for you. And this is from the Victoria Park in Newport-on-Tay, or otherwise known as the Vicky Park. This is where you go sledging if there's any snow. So, I'm not doing the microphone, so hopefully this is actually working. Because I want you to hear the birds, if you can. Gorgeous, eh? Springtime on the Tay. So anyway, this week's My View for You is on the Middle East. And it seems to be an aspect that nobody's talking about, really. And that's the fact that due to global warming and we're going to be hitting the 2-degree mark 21st century for definite, I reckon. A lot of experts do too, but I reckon we're going to do it. Which means all that area is going to be basically uninhabitable, even with the desalination plants and shit like this. Do you know what I mean? So it's like 37% of the population is going to suffer from extreme heat, events, by 2100 apparently, according to this. And an Oxford study says it's going to be nearer 50% by 2050. So that's Oxford University, by the way. So it's like, and they're already seeing temperatures well over the 2%, kind of like the Arctic. You know how that's warming more than 2 to 3 times quicker. Well, the Middle East is too. That's warming twice as quick. So basically, water's fucked when you think about it, because they can't keep up with the demand for it. So they reckon an 80% increase in heat-related deaths over the next few years. Just few years. Think 80% increase in places that's supposed to be used to the heat and things. But the reason they were used to the heat and things was because round about 1800 there was only 18 million people in that whole area. That's like Syria, fucking Palestine, the whole lot of the whole sort of Middle East area, Saudi Arabia and all the rest of it, because they were all tribal and they were all going about nomads and stuff like that, because there was hardly fucking anything there. It was mostly concentrated, as you would think, on the Nile Delta and other sort of deltas like that. That's where your population sort of things were, Apart from that, they were all nomads wandering about because there was fuck all there. So that was that. But then 1900 we were up to about 43 million, because you had there was trade and people moving about and grand tours and all this sort of shit. So yeah, there was people moving about, so people getting more people. But 1955-ish, oil, whoomph, there we go, 80 million. And by the early 2000s, apparently 400 million people in an area that for thousands and thousands of years could sustain 18 million. So basically, they're fucked. And this is where my conspiracy theories come in, because this was attempted back 2008, back when it was like, oh, we've got to do something, or we're going to be doing 1.5, we're going to go right out of it. And the Iraq War kind of started and things, but that was a sort of false start. And it went back to, no, we can get another couple of decades of profits, lads, let's keep on squeezing. Here we are, 2026 in Iran, and the same thing's happening in areas that's going to be uninhabitable in a very, very short time anyway. The rich there don't give a fuck, because they're insanely rich, so they can buy their way out and move to America and buy that £5 million gold card and shit like this. They're fine, they're laughing, they don't give a fucking monkeys about the people who are down on the ladder, who are going to suffer and are going to have to be displaced and are going to have to move anyway, fucking war or not. And that's my conspiracy theory, is they're just squeezing it. This is it. They know they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for the profits, and was the last way to do that last wee, when you're rolling up the toothpaste. This is the last squeeze here. On the bright side, fucking renewables. This is your time, progressives. Step up and fucking do something about it. Anyway, that's my view for you, and hopefully I'll have a different one next week and a little bit brighter. Cheerio! Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny 'cause she's your mammy's mammy. You can't shove your granny off the bus. Yeehaw!